On today's Apple Daily, Justin Long defects to Team PC, AirPods Pro Jump hits TikTok hard, and Apple Silicon iMac appears in leaked crash reports.
For the latest Apple news, rumors, and leaks every weekday at 12 UTC, join us in the iCave.
I'm iCave Dave and I simplify Apple so that everything just works for you. Join our notification squad by ringing the bell and letting me know down in the comments using hashtag notification squad, and you'll get a shout out like the guys at the end of this video. Justin Long defects to Team PC.
Hello, I'm a Mac.
No you're not, you traitor. Intel, in a move of definitely not fear and desperation, has hired former Mac Justin Long to head up their new 6 ad campaign where they go through all the normal expected tropes of how some PCs can fold into a tablet, whereas with a Mac you have to buy an iPad. Of course, they neglect to mention that there aren't really any Windows 2-in-1s that you'd actually want to use as a tablet, but that's a separate issue. You can, and that's what's important here. Nobody really games on a Mac, cool, but the internal graphics on M1 handily beat pretty much any of Intel's integrated offerings. They also hit multiple monitor support. Alright, we'll give you that one. And also the touch bar that has already pretty much been revealed as going away and isn't as good as the one laptop that has a big extra screen at the top of the keyboard that just looks weird. I understand that Justin Long is an actor, but he's dead to me. I mean, who in the past actually played Steve freaking Jobs, and that he's not really done much since the Mac vs PC days, so he probably needs a paycheck. But I did like that Waiting movie that he did with Ryan Reynolds. But, you know, I suppose it's getting some sort of attention, this campaign. I did notice they also didn't mention at any point anything specific about Intel. They just talked about what some PC manufacturers were doing, which could just as easily have been done within AMD and probably have been a bit better. There was no mention of power or speed or battery life or any of the things that M1 is just absolutely destroying the PC market on right now, because it wouldn't win on any of that, would it? So let's see what happens with M1. We're going to have more monitor support. We're going to have graphics that are going to embarrass probably a lot of dedicated graphics cards, especially in laptops. We're going to have even more power. It's just going to be ridiculous. And we're going to have new designs, and we're getting the colours, because Intel were even bashing the fact that Macs only come in 2 colours. How much input does Intel have on what colour a laptop is? Rant over. Let's move on.
Stop. Hang on. Wait. One more thing. Hi. I'm a PC. Is there time for questions? Good, because I have one. Why?
AirPods Pro Jump hits TikTok hard. Apple is going social way more than they have in the past with a TikTok campaign called Jump, and they've brought together a group of TikTok creators who have made some pretty awesome jump rope videos around the AirPods Pro. So I'm just going to come out and say it, I don't think they're being replaced anytime soon. Now, I don't have a huge amount to say on this one because I'm not super active on TikTok, but you should go and check out iCave Dave on TikTok because we have got some tech talks coming up. But on one point, I do think it's interesting to see how Apple's product marketing and product stack has changed over the past couple of years, and I think that a part of this is due to the big changes they've had in senior management, with Johnny Ive and Phil Schiller stepping away at the top. While I've always loved Johnny Ive's design tastes, it was clearly his influence that pushed Apple towards thinner and thinner designs, which forced the butterfly keyboard on us, with its high failure rate, as well as the constant reduction in I/O, which I think is also where Phil came into. I think Phil's push towards wireless everything had been part of the minimal I/O as well. He was playing the what would Steve do card, and while not realising that the world around the company had changed since Steve was here. It's exactly the same problem that Disney had for a long time with what would Walt do. Use cases change over time, and it seems that the new generation of Apple, with the Apple Silicon generation, is now hearing and understanding this much better. So we are expecting to get, with the new MacBooks, more ports, more I/O, more MagSafe coming back. More MagSafe coming back? I don't care. It works. But Apple seems to be listening more to its pro customers again and making things a little bit easier for them. I like that. Apple Silicon iMac appears in leaked crash log. We finally have evidence of an Apple Silicon based iMac at least being switched on somewhere. Is it fully assembled? Probably. But it is possible that this is just a breadboard with the firmware somewhere at Apple Park being tested when it crashed Daft Cloud and it sent a report to the developer Dennis Oberhoff. The iMac was running Big Sur 11.2.1, which is one version old at this point, which could easily have been being used by an engineer testing it with the SoundCloud desktop client, but it does point to the impending release, so we're going to call it a win for iMacs coming soon. And would this be an iCave video without me running down what we expect from a new iMac? Absolutely not. We are expecting new screen sizes with Pro Display XDR meets iPad Pro looks, probably 24 inches and 30 to 32 inches on the higher end. M1's big brother, the M1X, powering it with 12 cores, 8 of those being the high-speed Firestorm performance cores, and double the graphics power with a 16-core GPU. We're also expecting 32 and 64GB unified memory options here, probably with a base still at 16. I/O is likely to stay pretty much as we have it right now, so SD cards, USB-C, USB-A, Ethernet, and probably some other things. Performance is expected to go to the moon, and we're probably going to see mini LED displays to boot, giving better contrast ratios without the burn-in and colour accuracy issues that OLED sees on bigger panels. And I'd like those screens to turn around like we said in the other video. That would be cool. There have also been reports that in addition to 21.5-inch iMacs having reduced build-to-order options and iMac Pro being discontinued, that some enterprise customers are seeing current Magic keyboards unavailable to order in larger quantities too, although they still appear to be available on Apple's site for individual customers. Could we at least see backlights coming to a new version? Please? Now, my money is still on April to see the next round of Macs. I know I'm kind of out here on my own with this, but I also think that all of the M1 models will likely come together just as we saw the M1s do. So we're looking at a couple of iMacs, a 14 and a 16-inch MacBook Pro with the new designs, as well as an upgraded version of the Mac Mini sitting above the current M1 model, all on the same day. Then all we need is the Mac Pro to complete the lineup, and I think we'll get our first glimpse at that in June at WWDC, with it shipping late in 2021, probably in December, or at a push early 2022. Intel has burnt their bridges now with Apple, so I don't expect any more from them at all. And thanks to Apple Tomorrow for all the sexy renders too. Go check him out on Twitter at Apple_Tomorrow. Now, iCave Answers, just a quick update. We have got 2 shows shot and ready to edit. The plan is to release these over the weekend so that you don't miss me too much, and we could kind of go to a 7-day release schedule. And I'm also now releasing individual stories over on Facebook, so I'm basically cropping out the stuff from our main shows and posting them over there to try and bring some more people over to the YouTube channel. So if you want to come and chat on Facebook, let's do that too. Now, I do want to build out the reach on other platforms, and although Facebook is my favourite, it must be said there's actually quite a lot of people that use Facebook apparently, so it's probably worth posting some stuff over there every so often. The plan is I would like this channel to become a real thing so that I can get sponsors and I can kind of not bother going back to my real job after the whole pandemic thing. That might be quite nice. Links are down in the description, follow those, and you can come and find new content types from me, including maybe me jumping over a rope onto TikTok. We'll see. Finally, Notification Squad, we've got a couple of new members, Noob Plays with Mac and Jack Welch. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to join, all you do, you subscribe to the channel, you ring the bell, and comment down below using hashtag Notification Squad, and you'll get a shout out too. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next time.
Okay. My battery's drained. I gotta go plug in. Good luck.